Good day everyone and welcome to my fat ass kitchen. Today I will be making some cardamom snickerdoodles. I already have all my ingredients out, and so I guess I'll just get to started. I'll speak as I go. I generally like to mix the dry ingredients first, so that way when we go to mix in the wet ingredients it doesn't end up looking like a sloppy mess. So we will start with 3/4 cup of sugar. I don't have any particular brand of sugar I use as long as it's just sugar. Okay, I'm using the 1/4 cup because, well, it makes it easier that way. I only need to do 3. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Alright, the next one is going to be 1 1/3 cups all-purpose flour. Now, because there's a 1/3 cup, I'm going to be using the 1/3, and I'll just add in 5, so that way I ain't got to do no 4. So that way I ain't got to do no complicated math or nothing. I like to keep it short, sweet, and simple. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if you don't put in the exact amount, it doesn't matter, because cooking really isn't, for me, an exact science. I just pull out a recipe and guess. I use approximately the right amount of ingredients. So now I'm going to need 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar. 1/2 teaspoon. There you go, 1 full teaspoon. Next I will need a 1/2 teaspoon baking soda. I forgot the cardamom. There we go. There it is. Next we will need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. There's that. Try to keep the place relatively clean. And now I need 2 teaspoons of cardamom. The original recipe said that I should have only done 1 teaspoon of cardamom and then save the other one for the sugar for the snickerdoodle. Well, first time I made this I messed up and just threw it all in there together, and it turned out pretty good, so that's how I make it. There's our 2 teaspoons of cardamom. Alright, now that is together. And start mixing it so that way it's all mixed together by the time I get the butter and stuff done. Now we're going to need one full stick of butter softened. So I'm going to need to throw that in the microwave for a little bit. Probably throw it in there for 10 seconds at a shot. I mean, yeah, I probably should have had this all done ahead of time, but that requires forward thinking, and right now, I'm just not about that. And while this is going, I'm going to pull my eggs out, and we'll go from there. What else is going to be next after that? Now I'm going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 egg, and butter. That ain't hard. Alright, now that our butter is soft, but not liquid, because that's what they call for in the recipe. I'm going to put in my vanilla and my egg. How much do you say? 1 teaspoon vanilla. One teaspoon of vanilla. Now I'm gonna wash my hands. Alright. The dry stuff should be mixed in most of the way. I'm going to beat this egg into the butter. I'm guessing the reason they don't want the butter to be liquid is because it'll start cooking the egg before it was even mixed in. Now those are mixed together. Just mix them all in. Eventually it gets to the point where you just gotta use your hands. Because it's just not mixing good enough. Good thing I washed my hands, huh? This feels a little too dry. 1 stick of butter. 1 egg. 1 3 cups all-purpose flour. That feels too dry. I don't know. I guess I'll see after I've let it chill for an hour. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what it looks like. And I guess I'll see y'all in about an hour. Alright, now that they've been chilling for an hour, let's pull them out and see how we're doing. Still looks really dry, but we deal with what we have. I'll bake it at 350 on ungreased cookie sheets. And about halfway through cooking, I pull them out and switch them so that way they don't burn. Gotta wash my hands, touched my hair. And I will drop them on the ungreased cookie sheets using a spoon. Always gotta make sure your hands are clean. Don't want nasty cookies. Alright, let's drop on these cookies. Then after they're done, I'll pull them out and I'll show them to you. Grab a bowl for your sugar, because you're going to want something to roll them in. However much sugar you use, up to you. I just guess. Pull it out. Form it into a ball. However, what size ball you choose is up to you. Those are really dry. Hopefully they'll work. You can stick them in sugar. Throw them on a pan. You want to try to form them into balls so that way when they form down, they make nice little cookies. They say should make 2 batches of cookies. This will probably make about 1 batch, which is about 3 pans. Now, I'll just come back after I'm done. Alright, now as you can see, I got 7 on that one. I got 6 on this one. Another 6 on this one. My oven is preheated to 350. And once I have everything set up and done, I will cook them for 5 minutes. I will then swap them. And then I will cook them from another 5 minutes. So, as I'll be sticking them in my oven, I will stick 1 down there on the bottom rack. And I'll stick 2 on the top rack. And then 5 minutes later, I'll swap them. And then when it's done, I will pull them out and I will show you. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. I'm going to now take them out the oven to switch them around so as it doesn't overcook on one side. That's about what they should look like. Not really done, but not really cooked. Just stick the top on the bottom. Take the bottom tray and then stick it on the top where it used to be. And then in 5 minutes, I'll come back and show you. Alright, another 5 minutes have gone by. Time to grab my glove and see how they look. See if, depending on how it is, might have to stick it in there for a few more minutes. I doubt it because they smell done. Let's take a look here. Yep, they golden brown on top, so I'm figuring they're done. Turn that off. Pull them out. That way they can start cooling off on a pan. Well, I transfer them over to the cooling rack. Now I'm just going to stick you right over here. While I go grab my trusty spatula. Move them all over onto the cooling rack. And once they're cool off a bit, we can taste them, see how they look. Now, as you can tell on that bottom, that looks damn near perfect. Got that nice slight caramelization of the sugar. Ain't too dark, ain't too light. That's pretty much what I'm going for when I'm cooking these. Sometimes you mess up and they get a little darker than usual. But that's fine. Just adds to the flavor. And once they're fully cooled down, I'll come back, I'll take a bite, and I'll tell you how they taste. Alright, now that they've been cooled off for about 20 minutes, I'll break one open, see how it looks on the inside. Oh, that looks good. That looks good right there. That's about what it should look like. Now time for the taste test. Oh yeah. When you bite into it, you can really hear the caramelization of the sugar on the bottom when you crunch into it. So nice. And thank you all for joining me on this first video trip. And I would like to welcome you back to my fat ass kitchen some other day.